Your need to be right is what is blocking you from hearing your inner truth, but you have to start accepting change to transform and stop being its victim. So let's find out what is hiding in the shadows. What is it that is keeping you from hearing your inner truth? Let's uncover what that is by using the energy of this human design transit that started on November 11th in Gate 43 Insight. So my intention for this video is to help you to understand the energy of Gate 43 Insight, how it looks and feels in its shadow, as well as provide you with some journal prompts so that you can reflect and journal to do your inner work, your shadow work, and uncover what is hiding in your shadows that is keeping you from hearing your inner truth as part of your self-discovery and healing to support your well-being, your health, your joy, and your prosperity. So grab your notebook or your journal and something to write with. Feel free to grab some tea and a candle, and let's get started. Now, if you're new to this channel, then welcome to Dvn Bluprnt, where we help you to awaken the divine design in you. And if you're not new, then welcome back. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because it helps with getting the message out to others. Now, before we get into the shadow of Gate 43 Insight, I would like to first start off with the Serenity Prayer to help with setting the tone of this gate. As you listen to this prayer, think about what is blocking you from hearing your inner truth. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as a path to peace, taking as He did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that He will make all things right if I surrender to His will, that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with Him forever in the next. Now, this prayer has been circulating since 1934 and has been used to help people with accepting the crisis, the suffering, to some form of addiction, the challenges that they have and are occurring in their lives. So let me ask you this. Are you tired of living in your shadow? Are you tired of living in crisis mode? And are you ready to take back control of your life? Then I have a 9-week mentorship program that is limited to a small group of people that focuses on strengthening your internal boundaries, which are all connected to your values, your vision, your mission, your purpose. Now, the strength of all of these are necessary when you are making decisions and taking actions because they help you to see the truth. Now, to learn more about this exclusive program and to grab your seat, then click the A Time For You link in the description box. Now, let me take a moment to explain what are shadows and how they are formed. Now, understanding this part of the video will help with setting the foundation for the remaining parts of the video. Now, as human beings, our body is made up of pure and mass energy, and pure energy are your thoughts, your spirit, and mass energy are your atoms, which hold your positive and negative charges and the heaviness that you are carrying in your body. Now, these energies vibrate up and down, and this is known as polarity. Now, this polarity is your single unified energetic personality. It's your true authentic self, your true energy. It's when your masculine and feminine energy are in harmony with one another and they are working in unity and they are fully connected to your spiritual support team. Now, when your energy constantly vibrates on a lower scale due to some form of fear, instead of your energy vibrating up and down in unity, it starts to vibrate left and right. And this left and right vibration creates dual energetic personality. And this is known as duality, split personality, the shadow. I call this the mask. And being in this state causes your connection to your spiritual support team to be interrupted. Now, shadows are formed due to some type of fear. And this fear is associated to a belief that you've accepted. And the acceptance of this belief has caused you to compromise yourself, to give away your authority, your value, your power to the belief, becoming its victim. Now, this victimization is expressed in your thoughts, through your words, and your emotional behaviors. And these behaviors may seem normal to you because you've constantly expressed them throughout your life, and your body feels extremely comfortable in that emotional state. But it's what is causing you to blame others. It's causing you to feel shame in order for you to abandon your values, to avoid your purpose, and to keep you in an addictive state of suffering and constantly giving away your willpower. It's depleting your energy. It's lowering your self-worth. It's keeping you stuck. It's making you feel unmotivated, causing you to make poor decisions. And as a result, you endure their hard consequences in your relationships, in your finances, and in everything around you. Now, until you have the willpower to recognize the beliefs, their repeated behavioral patterns, the thoughts that are associated to the belief that are constantly circling in your mind, you will continue to be their victim. You will continue to compromise your power, and you will continue to wear the mask. Now, when you are in a state of suffering, you may feel like shadows are bad, but in actuality, they are not. You see, they're part of your spiritual growth and development, your spiritual maturity, and their purpose is to help you to see the different aspects of yourself that you are expressing that are not from a place of loving and valuing yourself. And they are the areas where you have given your willpower away, where you have compromised and shut down different parts of yourself, keeping your vibration low. Now, love is what keeps your vibration high, and it's based on adventure, self-responsibility, and accountability, which can only be experienced when you are willing to take the risk and break free from the mind and you live from an open heart. You live in unity with all, with the acceptance that what you do to yourself, you do to others, and what you do to others, you do to you. And when you live in unity with all, you know your value, you know your worth, you know that you are divine, and you are selflessly loving others. Now, to help you see these different aspects of yourself, you have to start recognizing what they look like so that you can change the belief, you can change their behavior, and the thoughts that are associated with them. This is where the human design transit comes in. You see, human design transits occur every 5 to 6 days, and these transits temporarily highlight specific energetic gates that allow you to consciously interact in a more focused way with the specific energy and the shadows that they express to help you to identify the patterns of these shadows so that you can break those old beliefs that are depleting your energy, that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you always struggling and addicted to some form of suffering. And as a result, you can start to raise your vibration and restore your energy back to its true polarity. Now, working with the energy of these transits is very helpful that you know what your human design blueprint is so that you can focus on healing your unique energetic blueprint. Now, you can get a free human design blueprint online, but we also offer human design readings to help you to understand your energy so that you can learn how to manage it by making decisions and taking actions that are very specific to you. Now, we are all born with a unique way of using our energy, but society, our parents, our community, and etc. has encouraged us to use our energy the same way as everyone else, and this is where the compromise has come into play. You see, this misuse is what is causing you to lack motivation. It's what's causing you to procrastinate, to struggle, and to feel stuck. So it's important that you line yourself back to your energetic blueprint so that you can call back your depleted energy, and therefore you can be whole and well. So check out our link in the description box so that you can book your reading today on our website. Now let's get into the energy of Gate 43 Insight. Now from November 11th to November 16th, the Human Design Gate will be in the energy of Gate 43 Insight, also known as the Gate of Breakthrough. And during this time is your opportunity to detach yourself and become the observer of how the shadow of this energy is affecting you. Now this video can be used at any time after the Human Design Transit has shifted as part of your inner work, your shadow work, for your self-discovery healing journey. Now the energy of Gate 43 Insight lives in the Ajna Center, also known as the third eye, and this Ajna Center is a center of your intuitive wisdom. It's your ability to reason, to decipher information, ideals, or beliefs, and how you see the truth. You see, it's your right to see, and this is the home of your mental power, your mental clarity, and your certainty. Now, when you are living in the shadow of your ajna, you will live in a state of illusion, and this illusion will cause you to reject the truth. When you reject the truth, it will cause you to replace it with facts, and these facts are stories that you have to tell yourself because you lack knowing, and this lack of knowing makes it hard for you to see the truth. And as a result, you dishonor your intuitive power, your intuitive wisdom. Now living in the shadow of Gate 43, you become a victim of the need to be right. And this need to be right causes you to replace the truth with facts to prove what you think you know to be true. And this need to be right is a survival mechanism, a form of control, and underneath this control is anger. This anger is due to things not being the way you expected them to be, and this is because you don't like uncertainty. Now remember, truth doesn't always have to look graceful, but is filled with lots of grace. So it's time to detach yourself and become the observer, and here are the first set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1. What are the top 3 things that you are needing to be right about and why? And how does it make you feel? 2, what truths do you have to ignore in order to maintain your need to be right and why? 3, what facts or beliefs did you have to replace the truth with and why these facts or why these beliefs? 4, how does these facts, these beliefs influence your decision and actions and how you interact with others and why? And last 5, what would you have to accept in order to allow yourself to see the truth and start trusting your inner guidance? Now take time to reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Let's continue. Now the shadow of gate 43 insight shows up as an addiction to deafness. And this deafness is not an actual deafness in the ears. You see, it's the noise that is playing in your mind. This is the mental noise that blocks you from hearing your inner truth, your intuitive wisdom. And the reasoning for this mental noise is due to you feeling unhappy, unstable, and insecure internally. And instead, you are searching to fulfill these externally. Now, all of this mental noise creates uncertainty wearing on your mind. And when your mind is worn, your body experiences the consequences, keeping you a victim to this deafness. Now, until you have the willpower to stop your need to be right, stop the mental noise, by getting calm, you will continue to be its victim. So it's time again to detach, become the observer. And here are the second set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1, what is causing the mental noise in your mind? Why and how does it make you feel? 2, how has this mental noise caused you to stop hearing your inner truth and why? 3, what is the truth trying to tell you and why? 4, are you willing to accept this truth? Why or why not? 5, how has this mental noise caused your body to be out of balance and why? And last 6, what changes will you have to make to start valuing and allow yourself to connect with your inner wisdom and heal? Therefore, you can start trusting your intuitive wisdom. Now take time and reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Now let's continue. Now this gate 48 inside shadow has 2 emotional behavior patterns. One is the freeze or fawn pattern and the other is the fight or flight pattern. Now the freeze or fawn pattern causes you to worry. Now this reason for worrying is because you are trying to escape your mental noise, and the way you escape is through constant activity, constant motion, putting pressure on your body, and this is due to your fear of not fitting in and being rejected. The fight or flight pattern causes you to be noisy, loudmouth, a chatterbox. Now this excessive talking is due to an underlying anger, and this anger is due to you not feeling seen, heard, and understood, which causes you to talk inappropriately, talk at the wrong time, just a continuation of talking. And ultimately, this excessive talking just fuels your anger and makes you feel miserable. Now, both of these shadow energies make you a victim of needing to be right. The freeze or fawn is rooted in fear, and the fight or flight is rooted in anger. Now it's time again to detach and become the observer. And here are the third set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1, which emotional behavior do you tend to express more, the freeze or fawn or the flight or fight, and why? 2, looking back, what would you say have been the root cause of you feeling worried that created the fear that makes you constantly move in order to avoid listening to your inner self, and why? 3, looking back, what would you say have been the root cause of your excessive talking that created the anger that makes you feel not seen, not heard, or understood, and why? Now take time and reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Now let's continue. Now insight comes when you decide to quiet yourself and learn to listen to receive the breakthrough. And breakthroughs are wisdoms that are hidden deep in your cell. These wisdoms hold the key to change, the deep transformation that you are meant to give to the world. Now to get to insight, you have to realize that all of your wisdom is within. It's not something you search for externally, because external wisdom only influences you. It only provides you perspective, but never holds your true power, your true wisdom, your true knowledge. And deciding to continue to live in your shadow, you will continue to be a victim of your need to be right. You will continue to devalue yourself, and you will always ignore your intuitive wisdom. It's time again to detach and become the observer one more time. And here are the last set of journal prompts that you can reflect and journal on. 1, What would you have to acknowledge, accept, and forgive yourself for so that you can start listening more to your inner wisdom, and why? 2, how will you reunite with your body and calm your mind in order to start listening to how it is communicating to you, and why this practice? 3, what actions will you have to take in order to make all of these changes? And last, 4, what internal boundaries do you have in place to ensure that your new changes and their actions will not restrict and causes you to revert back to living in your shadow? Now take time to reflect on these questions and feel free to let us know in the comments what is coming up for you. Now let's move into the importance of setting boundaries. When you are being a victim of needing to be right, it causes you to disrespect other people's boundaries. And this is because you lack your own boundaries and you don't know how to honor other people's. And as you are starting to evolve in your spiritual journey, internal boundaries become very vital because they help you to stay accountable for how you love, value, and honor yourself. You see, they help you to determine the level of trust that you have within yourself. And as a result, you are very mindful of how you give away your personal, your mental, and your emotional power so that you don't deplete your energy. And they help you to stay presently connected to your spiritual support team, making sure that you are able to feel, see, and hear what they are communicating on what and who is in your best interest. Now, your boundaries are not something you voice to the world. They are internal, and they should be helping you with making decisions and taking actions so that you are not compromising who you are and how you will no longer allow yourself to wear the mask and live in your shadow state. Your boundaries job is to allow you to stay in a single polarity. This is the collaboration, the synergy, the unification with your whole self. And therefore, you are expressing your true self. You are in complete control of who you are by being fully grounded to receive the inspiration, the message from the divine, to having the mental clarity to transform the inspiration, that breakthrough, that message into your creative expression so that you can take that creative expression to confidently be seen and heard. So remember to always take time to think about what boundaries do you currently have in place and whether those boundaries are allowing you to stay connected and expressing your true self. Now, to help you on your self-discovery and healing journey, I have an exclusive 9-week mentorship program in our online university. And this mentorship program is limited to a small group of people who are interested in learning on how to get out of constantly living in their shadows and are ready to take back control of their lives. Now, during this mentorship program, we will focus on building and strengthening your internal boundaries. And the goal is to help you to learn how to drop the struggle, the addiction to some form of suffering, which is causing you to procrastinate, to lack motivation, and the things that are depleting your energy. And this is due to you compromising to agree to put on the mask and live in your shadow. Now, these shadows came about because of the beliefs that were created out of some form of fear, and you're now expressing their behaviors unconsciously. And as a result, you're experiencing their hard consequences, which are causing you to devalue yourself and affecting your relationships. They're affecting your finances. They're affecting your whole life. Now, these beliefs and behaviors have moved you further away from your soul's mission, your purpose, your vision, your values, and they're all required when making decisions and taking action. So to learn more about this exclusive mini mentorship program and to grab your seat before they're all taken up, then click the Time For You link in the description box. I look forward to seeing you in their next program. And if you haven't already booked a human design reading, then click the link in the description box to learn how to book a reading on our website today. Now, the last thing I'd like to mention before ending this video is while you are processing your emotions during this transit, it is important to create some form of grounding practice to help you to stay connected, to help you stay grounded, rooted on earth, balanced and calm during this energy. And as part of your grounding practice, and while you are reflecting and journaling, you can connect with your ears to get an understanding of what are you blocking that you don't want to hear and why. Now, this transit, this energy is available for all of us to use if we choose to or not. And if you decide to use it as part of your inner work, your shadow work for self-discovery and your healing journey, as part of helping to activate higher levels of your DNA, the memories of your ancestors, your bloodline, and to learn how to hear your inner wisdom, then make sure that you are following your human design strategy and authority. So during this time, stop trying to be right and start hearing yourself in this Gate 43 Insight Transit. And don't forget to like, so that others can see and share, so that others can learn and heal. Subscribe and hit that notification button to be notified when a new video has been posted. And feel free to leave a comment and let us know what Gate 43 insight is revealing to you.